Tom plays a swamp, casts Wafer's Bauble, and passes. Sam plays a snow-covered forest, and passes. John plays a tapped Shattered Sanctum, and passes. Extra plays a forest, casts Quirion Ranger, and passes. Tom plays a swamp, casts Mere Convert, and passes. Sam plays a snow-covered island, casts Rampant Growth, finding a snow-covered forest, and passes. John plays a plains, casts Pearl Medallion, and passes. Extra plays an Undergrowth Stadium, casts Gate Creeper Mine, finding an island, attacks John for 1, and passes. Tom plays an Inkmoth Nexus, casts Gerlep's Hive, sacrifices Bauble, finding a plains, and passes. Sam plays a snow-covered island, casts Gwenna, Eyes of Gaia, and passes. John plays a swamp, casts his commander, Drana and Linvala, and passes. Extra plays an island, casts Tireless Provisioner, and passes. On his upkeep, Tom loses 1 life, making a Phyrexian Might, plays a swamp, casts his commander, Brimaz, Blight of Oreskos, and passes. Sam suspends Deep Sea Kraken, and passes. John plays a plains, casts Sarah the Benevolent, triggering Kraken, using her +2 and attacking Sam for 4. After combat, he casts Angel of Vitality, and passes. Extra first casts Cultivate, finding a swamp and an island, triggering Provisioner, plays a swamp, triggering Provisioner, casts Elvish Rejuvenator, finding a forest, triggering Provisioner, and passes. On his upkeep, Tom loses 1 life, making a Phyrexian Might. He then casts Contagion Clasp, putting a -1/-1 counter on Angel, followed by an attack for 3 on Sarah. After combat, he casts Ellis, Ilkor, Sadistic Pilgrim, triggering Brimaz, and passing. Sam casts Reservoir Kraken, triggering Gwenna, attacks Sarah for 3 damage, and passes. John casts Renegade Reaper, gaining a total of 5 life, attacks Sam and Tom for 3 each, and passes. Extra first casts Scoot Swarm, then he plays a forest, triggering Landfall, followed by Greensleeves, Morrow Sorcerer, which allows Sam to cast Deep Sea Kraken, triggering Gwenna. After that, Extra passes. On his upkeep, Tom loses 1 life, making a Phyrexian Might, triggering Ellis. He then casts Ran, Executioner Thane, triggering Brimaz and Ellis, followed by Whispering Spectre, again triggering Brimaz and Ellis. He goes to combat and attacks Sam with 2 mites. Sam blocks both, triggering Ellis and Ran. End of turn, Brimaz proliferates, and the turn is passed. Sam casts Whelming Wave, attacks Tom for 12, and passes. John casts Angel of Vitality, and passes. Extra casts Scoot Swarm, followed by Tireless Provisioner, plays a forest, triggering Landfall, casts his commander, Zimone and Dina, and passes. On his upkeep, Tom loses 1 life, making a Phyrexian Might. He then plays a swamp, casts his commander Brimaz, followed by Mere Convert, triggering Brimaz, and passes. End of turn, John casts the Spark on Deep Sea before continuing to Sam. Sam casts Gwenna, Eyes of Gaia, and passes. John casts his commander, Drana and Linvala, and passes. Extra first casts Greensleeves, followed by Elvish Rejuvenator, finding Rejuvenating Springs, and triggering Landfall. He plays a Woodland Cemetery, triggering Landfall, and passes. On his upkeep, Tom loses 1 life, making a Phyrexian Might. He then plays a swamp, casts Ellis, triggering Brimaz, casts Ran, triggering Brimaz and Ellis, casts Whispering Spectre, again triggering Brimaz and Ellis. He then attacks Extra for 1 and passes. End of turn, Sam casts Rapid Hybridization on Drana and Linvala before going to his turn. Sam plays a snow-covered island, casts Emoti, Celebrant of Bounty, cascading into Soul Ring, and passes. John plays a swamp, recasts his commander, Drana and Linvala, attacks Extra for 4, and passes. Extra first casts Beast Within on Drana and Linvala. He then casts Divine, finding a forest, casts Primal Druid, casts Quirion Ranger, activates Zimone, sacrificing Druid, resolving both effects and all landfalls. After that, he activates Ranger to untap Zimone by returning a forest to hand. Activates Zimone, sacrificing Vine, resolving her effect and all landfalls. He then casts Pest Infestation on Soul Ring, Mere Convert, Contagion Clasp, and Pearl Medallion. After that, he finally passes the turn. On his upkeep, Tom loses 1 life, making a Phyrexian Might, before passing the turn. End of turn, Extra plays with his creatures and lands before proceeding to Sam. Sam casts Spawning Kraken, triggering Gwenna and cascading into a Cultivate, followed by Wood Elves finding a forest and playing an island before passing the turn, after Extra makes some more scoops. John casts Vindicate on Quirion Ranger and passes. Extra simply goes to combat and kills everyone with his massive Scoot army.